I'm Tom Camp here from Digital Recording School, where artists, producers, and engineers go to learn how to make radio-ready recordings. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about why your gear isn't that important after all. Look, I grew up in a time when digital was just starting to make its splash and become an industry standard. Working on Cool Edit Pro, and then Sonar 4, and then Pro Tools 7. These developers were about a decade plus into the digital game, and things were just starting to work better for us as consumers. Waves had just hit the market recently and was the absolute top-of-the-line competitor that you can get your hands on. With my stock plugins and a DAW like Cool Edit Pro, sure, I could blame my plugins for not having the character at the time since analog modeling wasn't really quite there yet. Hell, I remember using Auto-Tune and then the day Melodyne hit the market. It blew our minds. Now we live in a time where there are so many awesome plugins, utilities, and resources out there to help us give an edge and an efficient mix workflow. Our interfaces have become much better, our plugins have more character, our standard of recording has improved. Just look at 32-bit. As technology has become more and more advanced, it's become almost impossible to find gear that just sounds plain old bad. You can make an amazing mix with a stock DAW, an entry-level microphone, and the right mindset. I'm a huge fan of awesome plugins and utilities that help, but it wasn't until I emptied my bank account buying all of them that I really realized how little they actually affected my mix. When I was taking a flight to Asia, I had my headphones and my laptop. I was a UAD loyalist, big time. When I opened my laptop, I had to work on a mix for my long flight. I took out my headphone, plugged in my iLok, and just used my stock plugins and my Slate Digital stuff. I figured, let me just fool around and use this stuff for when I don't have my UAD interface with me. I was blown away by my mix. My workflow was fine. I was able to saturate when I needed to saturate, clean up when I needed to clean up, and mix the way that I needed to mix. I fooled myself into thinking that it was my gear and my plugin investments that made my mixes good. Once I understood what my mix needed, I realized that there were so many tools readily available to me to make my mix what I needed it to be. I hope this tip helps you. Remember, you're just one song away.